Tonight, we report on the fire north of Soap Lake and how congressional candidate Gavin Syme was asked to leave Moses Lake City Hall. What's going on in sports, Bob?
The Desert Dogs capture the North Washington Senior Babe Ruth State Championship, and the River Dogs take the Walla Walla Invite. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
And it appears as though this heat wave is ending. Take another day or two, but things are going to be more seasonal as we slide into the weekend. Details coming on up.
I'm Alan Troop. Stay tuned for all of this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A fire started burning about 14 miles north of Soap Lake after a storm passed through the area Monday evening. The fire was burning wild land near the intersection of Road H Southeast and Road 6 Southeast in Douglas County, west of Alkali Lake. Fire crews from the Freda Fire Department, Cooley City Fire Department, and Grant County Fire Districts 13 and 7 are helping fight the fire. According to a Grant County Sheriff's Office spokesman, the crews were dispatched about 4 p.m. and some units tried to drive up Sheep Canyon Road to access the fire from Grant County. Flooding from the passing storm washed across the road and halted traffic. Sheep Canyon Road was closed to traffic and the Grant County Public Works was notified of the damage. What do you get when you mix hockey and all-terrain vehicles? Reporter Sean Wells tells us about a unique sport played in the Moses Lake sand dunes.
What do you get when you mix a homemade mallet, a mini soccer ball, and a four-wheeler? A new sport called quad sport polo. Played on a sandy surface roughly the size of a football field, this new sport is turning heads. Quad sport polo member Juan Tron says the rush is unlike any other sport.
The way that we're playing now it's a blast, and it's a really high adrenaline game, and it's all about scoring. So if you can take hockey and quads and put it together, we kind of came up with quad sport polo.
It's very similar to regular polo, but instead of riding on a horse, you were riding on a quad. And instead of using your right hand, which is traditional in equestrian polo, you were using your left hand, because 80% of the game depends on being able to control your quad.
So it's a lot of fun. It's very, very fast action. We do a lot of quick turns on these quads, and so we're really pushing the way the quads are written now.
Quad Sport Polo members meet once a month at the Moses Lake Sand Dunes. For more information, check out their Facebook page. For iFIBER 1 News, Sean Wells.
Thank you, Sean. Congressional candidate Gavin Syme refuses to accept a Moses Lake agreement to maintain the signs he places on public property. The candidate called it a violation of his First Amendment rights to be forced to sign the agreement. City Manager Joe Gavinsky said it is how the city protects the public's property. The disagreement started after Moses Lake code enforcement officials removed the candidate's signs that were placed on city property. City policy requires candidates placing signs in the areas to sign an agreement to maintain them. The agreement states the candidate is responsible for any damage and to remove them 5 days after the election. Gavinsky said he had 12 agreements signed by other candidates. Syme came to City Hall to get his signs and was asked to stop recording them and to leave. He left after a policeman repeated the request. Test flights for a new Mitsubishi regional jet are expected to start in Moses Lake by 2015. Mitsubishi Aircraft Corporation and Aerotech announced the MRJ-90 will be tested at the Grant County International Airport. Aerotech, a Seattle-based flight test engineering company, is handling the test for the 92-passenger jet. Aerotech plans on building a 65,000 square foot aircraft hangar to accommodate the planes. Construction on the estimated $9 million building is expected to begin in October and be finished in July 2015. Moses Lake was selected for the test because of its superior flying weather, clear airspace, flat topography, and long, wide runways, according to Aerotech's president. Now let's take a look at people currently being sought out by the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at primetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.